Right, today is the 15th of November. I got out of hospital yesterday. So I had a blockage from my Crohn's, and that wasn't fun. It was painful. I mean, I just... Tuesday night was like level 10 at times, level 10.
Dr. Mew's bed, Dr. Mew's mask, shoes, they could be cleaner, and Dr. Mew's friend who goes everywhere with me. So we've got here some saline here, and we've got some steroids starting to come down here, and they all go down to my arm, the sort of thing. So, why am I here? Nothing annoys me more than being unwell. Anyway, so I've got Crohn's disease. I had an ileocecal resection, which means I've been disemboweled twice. So I had one surgery in 98, another in 2003. Now I've gone 7 years, so I can see the pattern here. That surgery sort of gives me 5 to 7 years. I'm getting a little bit tired of being the situation. So in about 2010, I was on the maximum dose of azathioprine. If you remember, that was one of the drugs for people who are taking AIDS, AIDS medication. It's a fairly heavy drug. And I was on the max dose of that. In fact, they were weighing me so that they could work out just how much they could give me. I had arranged with my consultant that I could have steroids at home. And we had a plan so that when I had problems, I could ramp up and then ramp down the steroids. And I was regularly in pain. It was limiting my life. It was difficult. And I then stopped and I thought, where the hell is this going? Because I'm headed for surgery again. Now, that was roughly the time when I went and gave this lecture, the first lecture I gave at the Ancestral Health Symposium. And I wandered around and I looked at the people giving different presentations and different suggestions. And of course, there was this constant theme that so many of these chronic diseases didn't evolve in the past, and most of them are related to our mismatch between how we lived then and how we live now. And I know there was very little Crohn's in less developed countries. I mean, it was a relatively clear pattern. People have gone and looked for Crohn's in more, what you call less developed civilizations, and not found it, or found a great reduced amount. So that really interested me. So I then set out to do a paleo diet. So I made it up to begin with, and I gently reduced my meds and stopped taking steroids, and my health was improving. I then got a couple of other books and generally found kind of what worked and what didn't work. But what I found I was doing was the opposite of the diets I was doing before. Whereas the diets I was doing before was all recommending white bread, low fiber diets, high sugar, lots of flour, pasta, potatoes. I did the polar opposite. And I started a diet with really quite high fibers. And it worked fantastically. Now, fast forward, 2020, November, I'm sitting in hospital. Clearly this hasn't gone perfectly. I have slipped on the diet a little bit. I have sweet tooth, and I do like a few sweets, and of course they're in the house, and I've been eating them in the evening. I'm sure that hasn't helped, but of course now I've got a structural problem. What I really need is the Mike Mew from the Crohn's world. I'm doing faces, malocclusion, sleep apnea, forward head postures, jaw joint issues. Where's the Mike Mew for Crohn's disease and these auto-inflammatory diseases? It must be out there somewhere, but I'm unaware. I will search. And of course, because we've got COVID, the kids can't come and visit me, and Milla can't come because the only visiting hours are during the afternoons when she'll pick the kids up from school. Oh, okay, we're going to go down and I'll meet her in the foyer downstairs where there's no chairs because, of course, they've taken them all away because of COVID. We'll find something. And I was saying to Milla, we should nip down and find a coffee bar, restaurant or something. But of course, they're all closed because of COVID. Great time to get unwell. What I did find interesting was having a nasogastric tube and trying to get the tongue on the roof of my mouth because it was uncomfortable. And it makes me think about all these kids in neonatal units with nasogastric tubes and observed that they have high palates. Fascinating, isn't it? Can't get your tongue up there because it's uncomfortable. Anyway, I'll come back to that, I'm sure.
Okay, so I'm finally leaving. It's Saturday and I got one day early for good behaviour. Came here, it was Wednesday morning in beds. And as I've said, modern medicine is fantastic for acute situations. It's questionable on the chronic situations, but I had an acute condition and that made me better. And as long as I don't eat anything, it's great. So, I had a chat with my dietitian. We had to discuss what sort of diet I would go on to next. Now, the doctor had already told me that they've got this liquid diet they'd like me to try, and I discussed it with her. And of course, she's mentioning, she joked because I'm a dentist, and am I going to enjoy a high sugar diet? And I'm thinking, oh crumbs, it's one of these high sugar diets. So they're recommending I'm going to have nothing but these drinks for a month. And I said, okay, I'll do it. I'll give everything a try. It's short term. I don't want to be here. Yeah? I don't want this disease. I'll keep you updated, but what worries me is this is just going to hit my capacity to work hard, to push hard, because I can't push the whole thing, and can't get stressed. Because it's all stress correlated, isn't it? And I wonder why it was getting problems in the first place. And tomorrow, 1 year till my trial will be with the GDC. They've booked out 25 days. The report being given to me is, my lawyer said he believed the biggest report in the history of the General Dental Council. And 25 days will be one of the longest cases they've ever done. Yeah, it's all fun and games, isn't it?